Hey there, it's good to see you back again. This is Red. This is going to be episode 6 of our Marvel Champions playthroughs. So I'm going to go do a third battle between our starter Rhino and the starter Captain Marvel. First round that I played of the two, I got a win with Captain Marvel. The second round, I thought I got a win with Captain Marvel, but I played one of the cards wrong and I should have lost that fight. So, what ended up happening was I had an item that was an upgrade that I tried to play as an event, and nope, can't play upgrades during the villain's turn. So I ended up losing that one. I was so tickled because I thought I eked out a win, but that was not the case. So that puts me at 1-1 right now. 1 win, 1 loss with Captain Marvel versus the Rhino. So this is going to be our tiebreaker here. We're still doing, again, base Captain Marvel, base Rhino. Let's do a run through and see who comes out the victor. These have all been close games. I've played a couple off camera, and they come down to the very end. So, all right, let's get started here. We've got Rhino's out. He's got his break in. He's trying to get into the vault and get some vibranium. He's at his 14 life that he needs. We got Carol Danvers out here. She's got her 12 life that she starts with, and I need to get my hand of 6 cards out. So let's get our 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see. It's the big reveal. We have 2 Crisis interdictions. An Avengers Mansion, Chase Them Down, Captain Marvel's Helmet, and Nick Fury. All right, so as far as we go about offensive deck, this is not looking like a very aggressive start for the aggression deck. Let's see what else we can pull out. So we've got Carol Danvers' ability to choose a player and draw a card. So let's take advantage of that. We have combat training. So combat training is an upgrade that I can get out there and give my hero +1 attack. Okay, so let's switch Carol Danvers over to Captain Marvel. We'll put on the suit, looking a little bit more powerful at this point in time. So these 2 cards are all about removing some thwart. This card gives me more defense. This can remove some threat if I defeat something, but there's none out there. We're just starting. So like these 3 cards here really aren't doing me any good. So I get the Avengers Mansion out. That would get me some early additional cards. That's an interesting play. I could go after that. I could get Captain Marvel some additional defense. I guess the other option that I would have would be I could go to get Nick Fury out and do some damage off the bat with Nick Fury, or I could get some permanents out and look for the long game. Actually, all of these games have gone pretty quick, so I think we'll work on the quick game and work on card advantage. That's what we'll go with. So we're going to use, we'll take these 4 right here. Now we'll hold on to this Chase Them Down because I might be able to use that later on. So we'll hold on to that. I think we'll use these 4 right here. We'll get rid of the helmet, these 2 interdictions, and let's hold on to Nick. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. I'm being so indecisive. We'll get rid of Nick. Okay, we'll get rid of Nick. So that's 4. 4, and we'll bring out the Avengers Mansion. All right, so we've got 2 cards left. I can now exhaust the Avengers Mansion to draw a card. So let's do that and see if we come up with something interesting. Oh, that is interesting. We have flight. So I could use 2 or 2 of the others to bring out either the flight or the combat training. Now, it's early in the game, and I've seen flight does interesting combinations with other cards. I think that's what we'll do. We'll bring out the cosmic flight. So we'll have an upgrade out there. Captain Marvel's going to be flying now. All right. So we've got a flying Captain Marvel staying at the Avengers Mansion. And she's going to pop the Rhino for 2. All right. Not one of my bigger opening moves, but we're setting up for later game. Maybe this is my first slow play of the aggression deck with Captain Marvel. Maybe I'm going to learn something new here. All right, so we've got the Rhino. We swap over to the villain's turn. First step of the villain's turn is we get some threat on our major scheme. So he's starting to break into the bank, getting it figured out. Next up, we see that the Rhino sees Captain Marvel out there, so he's going to attack. Captain Marvel's going to give a block, and he's going to do, got 1 pip there, so he's going to do 3 points of damage. We're going to go down to 9. I've had really bad luck with the Rhino attacking and doing lots of damage to Captain Marvel. He tends to beat her up there. The Stampede cards come out a lot. Okay, so let's see what event we get. There's our event. We've got Cosmic Flight, so we could like prevent some of that damage. We're not going to worry about that. That's what the Cosmic Flight does, is I can use it, and this is an interrupt, and I can discard it and prevent 3 of that damage. And that's the thing I tried to use in the first game that wasn't right, where I should have actually lost. So, our second game, sorry. We can go back that. I'll put a link up there, and you can see where I faux pod, and I should have lost that game. Rules goof. All right. Anyway, back to the Rhino attacking, and oh, sorry, this is an event, and a Hydra bomber comes out. So when the bomber comes out, I either take 2 damage or place a threat on the main scheme. Let's go with the threat and not the damage at this point. Let's see how that works out there. So now we've got the Rhino and the Hydra bomber, and so then the villain turns over. We're turning it back over to Captain Marvel at this point. All right. Captain Marvel's got, oh, I forgot to draw my cards back up. Bad me. I should be sitting on 5 cards right now. I forgot to do my cleanup at the end of the round. I should have got 5 cards. Should have untapped. None of this would have mattered in that case because I don't have any response stuff. So luckily I didn't bust anything too bad there, but I forgot to clean up. Got to remember to clean up at the end of my hero phase. All right, so we're back into my hero phase. Makes me feel a little bit better because now I can kind of see some of the stuff I can do. Now let's see here. We've got a Relentless Assault, which would do 5 damage to a minion, and then anything would overflow into the villain, which is nice. I actually haven't been able to make use of that. That would be a nice one to make use of. I have Tac Team, which ends up costing 3, but then I get 3 tokens and I can do 1 damage with each of them. Energy Channel is Captain Marvel's big thing. I've been doing some massive blasts with Energy Channel. Haven't had much use for Tenacity in all the plays that I've gone after. I got a feeling it would fit in some situations, but it just hasn't done it yet. And Spider-Woman is pretty handy too. She confuses the villain and stops that threat from generating. Okay. So let's see what we want to go after here. Let's get some more cards in place. We have Avengers Mansion. We can tap that and we can get 1 more card. So we have another TAC team. So we're doubling up on the TAC teams right now, which means one of them will probably get used to feed the power of something else. I have on Captain Marvel, speaking of feeding something else, I have the ability as an action to spend a energy resource and heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel and then draw a card. Which, let's talk about feeding something else. There's the TAC team. It's going to do that. So I'm going to heal back up to 10. Captain Marvel goes back up to 10. 10. And then I get to draw a card. Oh, I got the Hulk. Well, it's not the Hulk, it's strength, but it's a picture of the Hulk. And that gives me 2 physical, which is nice because now I have enough to fulfill that. Or what I will probably do, choices. So I can go after the Relentless Assault, which will bust through the Hydra Bomber, do a couple, I think that's what we'll do first. I like to use this for the power, but I don't have a lot to feed it right now. Actually, let's see, how could I work this out? I could do the Relentless Assault using that too. I could bring that out, bring superpower out and charge it up with 2. That would work. That would be sitting on Spider-Woman as a unplayed card. She's pretty nice. I think I'll do that. Let's play it this way and see how this works out. Okay, so first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to do Relentless Assault. It says deal 5 damage to a minion. If you paid for this card using a physical icon, this attack gains overkill. So we're going to do 5 damage to the Hydra Bomber. My overkill, so since I'm doing 5 and he has 2, that means I'm going to overkill 3 right into the Rhino. All right, so we're going to take him down to 9. And the Hydra Bomber's gone. That seems pretty good play so far. All right, let's bring out our energy channel, and we're going to put these 2 onto the energy channel. So we're going to give it 2 tokens. We're not going to do the damage yet. We're just going to power it up a little bit. Get it prepared for later. And then I think we're going to sit on this right now and just hold it off to the side. So with Captain Marvel, do I get rid of the thwart, or I do some more do I get rid of the threat using thwart, or do I use 2 more damage? Let's see, if I get Spider-Woman out, 2, I might be able to knock him. I think we're going to get rid of, we're going to thwart and get rid of the 2 threat. 1, 2. All right. I've had some problems with threat mitigation, so we'll try that and see if that helps out. All right, so this is going to be the end of my hero turn. So this time I'm going to remember to untap my stuff. Good on me. And I get 1. Ooh, that's 2 energy. 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at all that energy next round. Man, so there's 3. I can totally charge up that blast. Plus there's another blast. I'm looking at 15 some. Ooh, we're looking. Ooh, I'm getting all excited about the damage I'm going to do next round. I need to not get ahead of myself. I need to do the villain's turn at this point. I should not make these plans because those things tend to go awry. So, okay, villain's turn. Villain sees Captain Marvel out there. Well, first, the top is he schemes. So 1 more into the pool there. Now he sees Captain Marvel out there, and he's gonna come to give it a bit of a beat down, and we're gonna take it. So I don't think there's a whole lot we can do. I don't have anything that helps avoid that. I could avoid it in the end, but we'll see. All right, we get, +2, so he's going to do 4 damage. That takes me down to 6. That's an ouch. Okay, 6 damage. All right, let's see what our event is. So we have an event out there, and luckily we only have 1. The event says charge. So I'm going to attach that to Rhino. Let's read this one over. So it says a force interrupt when Rhino attacks. The attack gains overkill. Excess damage to an ally from this attack is dealt to that ally's controller. At the end of this attack, discard charge. So he gets a one-shot attack with overkill and +3 attack. So he's looking pretty beefy there. The next time he hits me, it's going to hurt pretty bad. All right. So that is the end of the villain's turn. And we go over to the hero side. Now all that damage I was drooling about. Let's see what we can do. I don't think we can kill him this turn. But we can hurt him pretty bad. So, and we can switch over to the Carol Danvers side and prevent him from coming at me with that big charge. At that point in time, he should just do a bunch of scheming, and there's not much on the pile there, so I think we'll be okay with that. So I think that's my go-to plan right now. Let's see how this works out. All right, so first up, let's get those extra cards, because having those extra cards is handy. So step 1 is we're going to use our Avengers Mansion to draw an extra card. We got Cosmic Flight, but we're already flying. It would be nice to hold on to that to prevent damage, but I think what I want to do instead is I'm going to use that 1 energy resource to power up Captain Marvel's action, which says I heal for 1, I'm going to heal for 1, and then I get to draw a card. And I got chase them down. I'm not going to defeat an enemy, so that's not all that great this turn. Let's see here. Next up, we need to power up our energy channel. So we're going to throw 3 more energy on our energy channel, and it's up to 5, so it's fully powered and set to go off and do 10 damage at this point in time. Yowza. All right, the next thing that we're looking at, so let's assume that we do that. We do the energy channel there. Should we bring out Ooh, that's kind of a good idea. We can also, the photonic blast, I'm really drooling over doing this photonic blast, but I think I will hold off on doing that. Instead, we'll use this maybe to help power up Spider-Woman. Because if we get Spider-Woman out there, Spider-Woman has the ability to, she can confuse the villain, and if I switch over to the Carol Danvers side, he's going to want to scheme, and that should prevent him from scheming. I think that might be the way that we want to go. All right, so we are going to do 10 damage. 10 points of damage using our energy channel to the Rhino, which takes and knocks him over to his next mode. So that's going to make him mad. Our level 1 Rhino goes away, and we go into Act 2. In Act 2, I got to get out Breaking and Taken, and he has 15 hit points. So let's dial up 15 hit points here. If I can find the 5, 3, 4, 5. And now we need to find our Breaking and Taken. Let's grab our deck here and see if we can find a Breaking and Taken. Bomb Scare, Armored Suit. There's our Breaking and Taken. So we got a side scheme. He's breaking and taking at this point. So just because you switch over to the level 2 Rhino, when you go from one villain to his next level of villain, anything that's attached to him stays on there. So if he had extra equipment or a status like stunned, confused, or tough, that would stay. But unfortunately, if you do more damage, like he had 9 hit points at that point and I did 10, that extra 1 doesn't come over. You lose that. So keeps the statuses, but the hit points don't roll through. So, oh, well, I'm still doing all right. Okay, so we've unlocked the number 2. Breaking and Taking is out. It needs 2 by default, +1. I got a +1 per player, and since I'm 1 player, we have 3. So that's going to make 2 encounter cards come out. And that tends to be a pretty big problem for me, but we'll see how that goes. All right. I think what we will do is let's get Spider-Woman out there. In order to get Spider-Woman out, I need 3 energy. So I've got, that's a 1-2. What do I want to hold on to? The Photonic Blast or the energy channel? I think we will hold on to the energy channel. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Spider-Woman's going to come out. All right, let's see here. When Spider-Woman comes out, she confuses Rhino. It's great, so he's got a confusion effect, and that says the next time this character would thwart or scheme, discard the status card instead. So he will not be doing any scheming this next round, which makes me think I need to switch over to Carol Danvers. Okay, so the other things that we can look at are, let's get this energy channel out and play, because that'll help free up my tableau a little bit here. I think I'm also going to attack with Spider-Woman and attack with Captain Marvel. So that's 2, 4. Spider-Woman's going to get a token because she did attacking, so she only got 2 hit points, so there's not much of her left there, but I do 4 points of damage. So that takes me down to 11 on the Rhino. If I could charge up this energy channel, I might be able to take him. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to not get ahead of myself. All right. So it's the end of the round. Spider-Woman's going to untap. Captain Marvel's going to untap. Avengers Mansion's going to untap. I'm going to get rid of the Chase Them Down. So I've got a clear board here. When I go to refresh my cards, let's see what we get. So we get a uppercut. Nice. Crisis Interdiction. I could remove 4 threat. That's nice. Another uppercut. Emergency. So we're all about thwart this next round. And the Hulk. Oh, that is very interesting. Okay. I have no idea how this is going to work out. And I wanted to switch Captain Marvel over to Carol Danvers during my turn. Forgot to do that. Mentioned I was going to do that, so she did. What I will do is I will not do the action, which I should have done when I flipped her over to draw a card. That'll be my penalty for forgetting to do that. Bad me. Okay. So that ends our... Oh, but Carol Danvers does get 6 cards, and I will take the card for that, which is Tigra. All right. So things that I didn't get that I wanted was a lot of energy that I could use to power up my energy channel. I got some. I don't know that I want to use the Hulk to do that because the Hulk's pretty awesome. But I got some damage out there. Okay, let's see how this goes here. So Rhino is going to look at the villain's turn. Rhino is going to take a look and see that Carol Danvers is out. So alter ego mode, no hero mode. So he is going to scheme this round. He would normally scheme, but he is confused. So he doesn't know how to scheme. So no scheming for the Rhino right off the bat. I do get 1 threat on here that comes naturally. At the very beginning of the round, that should have gone out there. Then he tries to scheme, fails at his scheming because he's confused. And now we go to an encounter plus an encounter from there. So 2 encounters. Encounter, encounter. Okay. This is where I've gotten ahead of myself in the past and thought I was doing really great, and then these like wreck me. So let's see what comes out. We have a Hydra Mercenary. So he has guard, which means I'm not going to be able to get after the Rhino. And he's only got 1 attack, no scheming, and he's got 3 health. So he's kind of a pain in the rear to get through, but he doesn't do anything else. So that's pretty good. Okay, so we have a Hydra Mercenary. Next thing that's out there is a advance. When revealed, the villain schemes. Oh, so he is actually going to get a scheme this round. All right, so let's draw a card, and he's got 1, and his bonus is 1. So he's going to scheme for 2 this round, which puts him over halfway there. Okay, so now we're back to my hero phase. Got Carol Danvers out. I will use her action to draw a card. I'm going to have a lot of cards. Power of Aggression. All right, and then I'm going to use my Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Not sure if I can get all these on the screen here. Genius. All right, so our issue is that we've got a Hydra Mercenary in the way, and he's bothersome. I have all sorts of other things here. So what I'm looking at is I got these uppercuts. I need 3 to play each of the uppercuts. So that's a 3. Oh no, sorry, that's 2. Let's see, let's go like this. 2, 3. And there's that red one counts as 2 on an aggression card. So 3. So I could end up and do that uppercut. I could do that uppercut. That's a total of 10 damage. What else do I have out there? I have got Spider-Woman out there. I have Carol Danvers. Let's switch Carol Danvers over to her Captain Marvel persona. Let's use our... Ooh, I could actually... Oh man, I finally got the Hulk, and I don't think I'm going to play the Hulk to do the Hulk. No, that just doesn't seem right. Man. All right. Sigh. Okay. What I could do is I could use 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I can beat him. It's not as exciting this way, but let's go this way. All right. We're going to use our 2 energy here to power up our energy channel. All right. So 1, 2. New energy. This goes up to 1. Where's another token? Into 1. There's a 1. All right. So we've got it powered up 2 right now. What we need to do is spend those to do 4 damage. Tap that. We're going to energy channel and blast the Hydra mercenary off the Earth. Zap. He's gone. So now the Rhino is totally exposed to us. So what we can do is we can use our 1, 2, 3 there to get the 3 that we need to do uppercut number 1. So boom, number 1 to the Rhino. Captain Marvel flies in, throws her first uppercut for 5 damage. That's going to knock him down to 6. And she's going to fly in, and we're going to use Power of Aggression. Can be 2 for an aggression card. So 2, 3. And she's going to get a second uppercut in while he's stunned. He couldn't believe you gave her the uppercut in the first place. So the second one, going to knock him on his rear. 1, 2, 3. And she flies in and uses her attack. Knocks him out. Taking him down. Now, that almost seemed easy. Like, that was... I got a lot of life left. Got a lot of cards. So what did I do differently this time? I did a little bit of prep up front to help with the card draw. I think that might have helped a whole lot. So that went really well. So that leaves me 2 wins, 1 loss with Captain Marvel starter deck versus Rhino starter deck level 1. So I think after this, I'm probably going to check out the other heroes that are in the box and maybe look at some of the other ability stacks that are out there. I'm kind of interested in that leadership stack and see what I can make with the leadership deck. And then maybe start looking at some of the other villains and doing some playthroughs of the other villains. But I think that's it for this round. 2-1 with Captain Marvel thus far. I like Captain Marvel versus Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man's more strategic and more Captain Marvel's more just go out there. I'm not sure if that's an aspect of the aggression deck versus the justice deck. I know I'm going to have to play a little bit more to figure it out. So if you have opinions, let me know. Which is your favorite? Captain Marvel, Spider-Man? I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not sure. It's tough for me to decide. So let me know. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. This is Red. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please add your thoughts in the comments below. Also, a thumbs up for the content or subject of the video will help guide where this goes next. And finally, subscribe to stay up to date as new content rolls out.